and because it's on the offense, they can just switch it up quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
No,
they don't fancy it. They are
normal.
just going to go for Genji.
Yeah, it's hard to say how practiced they are on it. I mean, yesterday we didn't see it at all. They obviously tried to counter on the other end. They did that successfully. Vulture's low. Vulture's dead.
Whoa! That's a massive early pickup. Traded for Xerneas, but that is still favorable for Ultra Prime because they have that closer respawn. We'll need to see Panthera get a little bit more done. And with Spectra low, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Kaneki is looking and fishing for it. Spectra's going to have a hard time getting back to safety here. Has to find a health pack. There's the shout already popped by the defense to reposition a little bit. That gives Ultra Prime bit of priority on the point itself. Protect goes in. They've actually found an opportunity to get Jimmy. Trades for Protect. That's a rough trade, but with Keo down, there's maybe something to play through, especially if they can finish off Kaneki. Yes, they can, by the way, off Hidden. They have Vulture back in the fight here, by the way, so they get enough kills. They actually stabilize despite losing Protect. Again, Panthera, they take a big loss early, but they still end up winning the fight.
Yeah, it's 2 from Vulture. Just respawns, gets 2 kills immediately. And 2 from Hidden as well in the Sojourn. So Panthera, they lose Protect, which usually that should be the point gone. That should be the fight 1. Ultra Prime, they trade, I think, 1 support for Protect, which is pretty favorable. Here, they will get Hidden down. If they're in another 4v5.
And Hidden has been actually a big part of the early pick potential of the time. You can see Panthera trying to dogpile onto Xerneas to try and find something in return, but it just means they end up extended and lose Vulture and Protect. So this time around, it should be Up Academy getting onto the point and taking it. I'd be a stunned mullet if Panthera found some way to come back through this one, and they know it as well. They are just trying to back away, play a little bit conservative.
They're still here. I mean, you say that, but Panthera are actually still here. They're going to beat for the play, so Spectre can go for it now. Keo has to respond.
X-Ray, okay, yeah, Keo does in fact respond. X-Ray was already getting sliced to bits there as they lose Spectra and Lego. Big commit there from Panthera. I almost can't blame them for giving it a go, but that was in the end an overcommitment.
Well, they were there. They were all there. Spectra and Lego were in the play. Panthera had respawners coming in as well. There wasn't really any real avenue for escape. Even they were just physically committed to staying on that point at that stage. And so you have a timing where you get the sound barrier up. Spectra gets to pull the blade as well. You're testing the timing of Ultra Prime because you're not entirely sure whether they have support ultimates or not. And I think that's a reasonable gamble to make, because if they don't have the support ultimates, you do actually just win that fight. And turns out Keo, in fact, did have a sound barrier in time.
And now it's the rally out from Xerneas. Nice played out. We'll cut down Vulture, so no rally on the other side of things for Panthera. Protect as well. This is exactly the kind of fight that Ultra Prime are going to need to get that momentum on their side. They had about 2 minutes on the clock when they first capped, so they're not exactly in dire straits just yet, but this is promising signs for them on the B push.
Yeah, Panthera just trying to get some neutral fights in there. Some ultimates out of Ultra Prime. So it's going to be the rally and the blade gone. It'll cost them 2 ultimates to get across the line. Ultra Prime solo pushing while 4 members push up. And this now will be the opportunity for Panthera, after bleeding down 2 ultimates, to work towards like the rally overclock, but potential of the rampage as well to get in this fight.
What can they find though? The overclock damage is good, but Panthera just kind of hiding out. Free push for Ultra Prime. Oh, X-Ray gets sliced up as it goes in for the rampage. So now it's the rest of his team that has to capitalize on it, but they just can't. They're not in a position to do it. That is like maximum disaster. I think the only thing worse than that would be if the rampage didn't even get to connect at all. Panthera cool under pressure there. Even
the 3 purple members, Vulture had the rally going for them, so Panthera able to just have that extra over health, the green HP covering the backs of what would have been otherwise a pretty difficult situation. You know, with X-Ray down, that's the majority of the damage gone, because yeah, okay, you get hit with a 3-man bio from that ultimate. At the same time, you lack so much damage when your main tank's gone.
And now already X-Ray, speaking of main tank,
deflected
gone.
E, by the way.
Traded out, that's something, but I mean, X-Ray dead is just too devastating for them to really push on, even without Vulture in the mix.
And
okay, all right, Protect fancies
2 members caught.
Go straight in. It pays off. They find Xerneas and Jimmy both with the rampage and immediately convert the kills. So, okay, that paid off. Kaneki looks like he slipped away to safety. Not sure where exactly, but this is time being seriously bled away now.
Kaneki's in spawn, and they will opt to not chase X-Ray down. Concerned about the respawners coming in to punish, so Ultra Prime will get out with 2 members alive. Importantly, X-Ray doesn't get killed late there, so it's not a late stagger. They had a lot of time, they being Ultra Prime, here to start out with on B. That's now bled down to under 2 minutes. With no ultimates left except for an incoming sound barrier that they'll definitely need, with Spectra has a blade available, so Keo needs to get this now.
Speaking of sound barriers, Lego does have one of his own as well, which means he can just kind of sit tight on that for what is, in their ideal world, a final fight where maybe Ultra Prime have a blade of their own. But for the time being, Spectra's blade out. Here's the answer from Keo. All pretty standard stuff. See if he can maybe get something on the back end. Protects low. Is going to get fished out. Lego tried to go in for the save, but this down barrier was not in time. They do find Jimmy, but that's not an ideal trade. Again, losing that main tank. I mean, Pantera have come back from worse, and they are coming back from it again so far with Xerneas down as well. And look at this. Lego and Vulture just playing ring around the rosy, wasted the time of so many members of Ultra Prime. Does allow Pantera to rotate back here. See if they can
Honestly,
get some respawners in.
Just making the best of that sound barrier. Okay, it doesn't say protect, but they'll be able to just use it, pushing up to Ultra Prime, force out the rally. It pretty much instantly kills Xerneas, deleting that rally from the fight entirely. I mean, if Ultra Prime got that rally off and actually had the extra HP, that might have been a different fight. Kaneki, low HP dead.
That's huge. That's such a huge 2-for-1. They got Spectra.